Did you ever imagine having your greatest impact at 63, in your 60s? And what is your advice to young women starting out?
So, of course, I did never imagine that. But what I always had were dreams.
I love it.
And I see many, many young people in this audience. That's wonderful. Of course, there are a few over 60 like me, I guess, but not so many. So I had dreams. And if I can give you one advice from my experience, it is never, ever let anybody make you a bad conscience about what you're doing. Never, ever. Stick to your dreams. Go for it. Because only then it is possible to see that you're going much wider than you ever dreamt to be able to do that. And what the over 50s or 60 years old are concerned, there is a very nice saying in Germany that says, well, the young ones are running faster, but the older ones knows the shortcut. So...
Some sage advice from the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, at the GC Now summit over the weekend, an urgent gathering led by global citizens to defeat poverty and protect the planet. The summit brought together government leaders, businesses, philanthropists, and yes, citizens to dig deep on solutions to some of the world's most pressing problems. Among them, Russia's aggression in Europe and China's heavy-handed approach in Asia. Here's more of my conversation with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. I want to ask about the sanctions that are taking place, because there is a lot of different levels of sanctions going on from different directions. EU countries continue to purchase billions of dollars of Russian oil and gas. Doesn't that undermine the sanctions from the West and also fuel Putin's war machine?
We have issued now 5 packages of sanctions. The 6th one is on the table, and these sanctions are hitting the Russian economy hard, and that's what they have to do. But you're also right. When this invasion started, Europe was heavily dependent on Russian oil, gas, and coal. We got rid of the coal by now. We are in the process of winding down the use of oil. And we have just issued last week a big package, we call it Repower EU, to get rid of the dependency of Russian gas. This is diversifying away from the Russian gas towards reliable suppliers like our friends in the United States. I have an agreement with President Biden on LNG gas, for example, that will replace from next year on 1/3 of the Russian supply. The second part is energy saving, but the third part is the most important, and this is accelerating the green transition. This is the investment, heavy investment in renewable energy, wind, sun, hydropower, hydrogen. So this is the way to go. Therefore, if there's anything President Putin has achieved, it is that he lost his best client. Europe will never come back, and that he pushed us, and that's good, into the direction of renewable clean energy.
So Vladimir Putin has brought together NATO as never before, has brought together the European Union as never before, and has inspired as never before the Green Revolution.
Yes, and I must say, his brutal aggression must be a strategic failure. And this is what we're proving right now.
So back then to an embargo, there's no chance of a full embargo, because wouldn't that be the most effective way to impose upon him that he has committed a strategic failure?
Well, what we also always have to do is find the right balance between not hurting our economy too much, because this is the strongest leverage we have against this Russian aggression, Putin's aggression. And I take the example of oil. Where we have to be careful is that if we would completely cut immediately, as of today, off the oil, he might be able to take the oil that he does not sell to the European Union to the world market, where the prices will increase, and sell it for more. And that's fill his war chest. So we have to be very strategic in the way we approach that topic. And therefore, it is also so important that we convene the rest of the world to really make sure that we deplete his war chest.
So a full embargo would really be years away.
Over time, what we do is get rid of the overall dependency of Russian fossil fuels, all three of them, and never to go back again.
So with that in mind, what have you learned about the Russian invasion and its weaponization of its energy relationship with the EU? And does it set off in any way alarm bells about the EU's economic relationship or dependency with China?
So the fossil fuel dependency with Russia is a unique one, if I may say so. And this is something where we are working hard now to get rid of it. I would take the bigger picture. I think for us in the democracies, we're standing up against the aggressor, the autocrat who is trying to wipe out Ukraine from the map. And therefore, others are watching very closely whether we will win that struggle, that battle. And therefore, it is so important that we are successful, and we are successful in making clear that this is not acceptable, this falling back into behavior of the last century.
So is the China issue sort of a little bit down the road, but more clear now? I mean, what can and should the U.S. and the EU be doing together to more effectively manage China's expansionist goals, both economically and militarily?
I think it is very important that we show the resolve that we're showing right now towards the Russian aggression and invasion. With China, we have a threefold approach. We are very clear that we say there are some topics there where we are negotiating partners, for example, fighting climate change. We have the same interest. We are economic competitors. But we are systemic rivals when it comes, for example, to human rights issues.